Greetings, I'm Dev the Developer. Today we're going to look at loops, specifically the while loop and its close cousin, the do while loop. Loops let you run the same block of code over and over without writing it over and over. We'll cover how the condition controls the loop and what happens when a condition never stops being true, and when you pick one loop over the other. A while loop runs its body as long as a condition is true. Before every iteration, it checks the condition. If the condition is true, it runs the body and then checks it again. It keeps going until the condition is false. Let's write the simplest version, counting from 1 to 5. The condition is count less than or equal to 5. As long as count is less than or equal to 5, the body will run. Inside the body, we print count and then increment it with count plus plus. That's just shorthand for count equals count plus 1. If we run it, we see that each pass through the loop, count goes up by 1. When count reaches 6, the condition is false and the loop stops. Now, let me show you why count plus plus matters so much. If you forget to increment count, it stays 1 forever. The condition is always true. The loop will never end. That's called an infinite loop, and it is one of the most common mistakes made with while. The program just runs until you force quit it. One of the most useful patterns with while is input validation. Keep asking the user for input until they give you something acceptable. We initialize input to an empty string. The condition says, keep looping while input is neither yes nor no. Inside the loop, we ask and read. The moment the user types one of those two values, the condition becomes false, and then we fall through to the line below. Notice that we declare input before the loop. That's intentional. The condition needs to reference input, and you can't reference a variable that only exists inside the loop body. We ran it, and it kept asking. It looped while it received invalid answers, and as soon as it got a valid answer, it accepted it. There's another common pattern worth knowing where we use a boolean as a flag called running. Set it to true, loop while running, and set it to false from inside the loop when you're done. The variable name does the explaining. While running reads like plain English. You're not checking a comparison expression, you're just asking, are we still running? When the user types quit, we set running to false and the loop exits cleanly on the next condition check. The do while loop is a variation with one key difference. It checks the condition after the body runs, not before. That guarantees the body executes at least once. The classic case is a menu. A menu should always appear before you know what the user wants. The structure is do, then the body embraces, then while with a condition and a semicolon. That semicolon is easy to forget. C# requires it at the end of a do while loop. Every other block structure doesn't need one, so this one tends to catch people off guard. The menu displayed before we knew anything about the user's choice. That's the guarantee. Even if the condition has been false from the start, the body will have run once. With a regular while loop, a false condition at the start means the body never runs. With a do while loop, you always get at least one pass. So, when do you use which? Well, here's a short version. Use while when the body might not need to run at all. If the condition could already be false before you start, well, really is the right choice. Use do while when the body must run at least one time. showing a menu prompting for initial input, running a game loop for at least one round, those fit do while fairly naturally. In practice, while is far more common. You can usually write either loop to accomplish the same thing. Do while is just cleaner when you know that you need a first guaranteed execution. For a practice exercise, you can create a number guessing game. You can just hard code a secret number and then loop until the user guesses it. After each guess, you print whether they were too high, too low, or correct. The question to think through before you write it, should you use while or do while? There's a reasonable argument for either one. The answer you pick matters less than being able to explain why you picked it. Loops are one of those things that look a little mechanical at first, but quickly become second nature. You've got while for condition-driven repetition, and do while when you need that first pass guaranteed. Write a few, break a few with infinite loops, fix them. That's the way around the learning curve on this one. Don't just watch it, do it.